The original singer of Sweet Victory has responded to questions about the Super Bowl halftime show. Let's discuss what he said right now.
I got hot sauce in my bag, swag.
Hello there beautiful human, my name is RidersDX and welcome to my channel where today we're talking a little bit more about Sweet Victory at the Super Bowl, or at least it was supposed to be, but it definitely was not. So I do think that the internet is slowly getting over it and we're starting to move on from what happened, but it definitely still really sucked how we were basically used for money and views by the NFL. If you want to hear more about what I think about their reasoning for not having the song played at the Super Bowl, then you can check out the video in the top right corner right now. But in the meantime, I want to talk about David Glenn Esley, who was the original singer of Sweet Victory. He has a very quiet Twitter account. You know, there's not many people that actually know that he has Twitter, but he's responded to some fans asking him about the performance, and here's the main tweet I want to highlight. So there's this person named James Combs who asked David, did anyone think that the reason Sweet Victory wasn't played at the Super Bowl is that David Esley 24 didn't allow it? Okay, so he didn't actually ask David, but he added David, so David was notified of the tweet. And then this is what David had to say. Well, that's total bullshit. I was able and ready to sing it. Call hashtag NFL hashtag storm. So obviously from what we're reading, David Glenn Esley was more than happy to come to the Super Bowl and perform the song. But like I said in one of my previous videos, which I'll also leave a link to in the top right corner if you want to check that out, David Glenn Esley was never asked by NFL to come and join the Super Bowl halftime show. And like I said in that video, I wasn't very surprised that they didn't ask David. It just doesn't seem like something that the NFL would really want to do with their halftime show when they have big names like Maroon 5 and Travis Scott and Big Boy on the stage already. But that's just what I think. But obviously David Glenn is very aware of the public perception of the halftime show, and he's clearly not happy about what happened either. So here's another tweet that I wanted to highlight. This is from Cass. Why didn't David Esley do Sweet Victory at the Super Bowl halftime show Maroon 5? What disrespect at Adam Levine. Then David said, that halftime spoke for itself. Rockin', it ain't. Yeah, this guy is very hip, clearly. But he is the original singer of Sweet Victory, so I'll give him a pass. And then afterwards, David actually made a bunch of tweets talking about this redone version that he did of Sweet Victory. So if you go to Spotify and you search for Sweet Victory, then you'll see that David Glenn Esley has recently released an EP along with the producer of the song, Bob Kulick, and it's basically two re-recorded versions of the song. I'm pretty sure they're both re-recorded because I was listening to the vocals and they sound like they're at least processed a little bit differently from the original song, because I've been listening to the original on repeat leading up to the Super Bowl. So when I listened to these two songs in the EP, then I could tell that they were slightly different. There's of course the original arrangement of the song, but there's also an orchestral version, which is absolutely badass. So I definitely recommend you all check it out. It's really great treat that they released. And so basically the rest of the tweets that David tweeted out was about this new EP that he released. And he also says that there's a video that he's working on that's going to accompany the EP. So that's really awesome. I'm glad that David is trying to release some content for fans, because obviously we didn't get that from the Super Bowl. So it's really cool that they're trying to do some more stuff with Sweet Victory and kind of give fans some more treats. It really is too bad that David wasn't asked to come to the Super Bowl halftime show. I really think if to give Sweet Victory the full attention and praise it deserves, you needed to have David be a part of the performance. His vocals are absolutely amazing. You know, you don't really hear that many singers with such a high range like his anymore. You don't really hear that many singers that sing in that classic rock style. So it really is just such a shame that we didn't get to see him sing live, but maybe he'll actually release a video of him singing the song live. That would be really cool if that's what he's talking about. I think he's talking talking more about like a music video, but still, if we got to see like a live performance of it sometime in the future, that would be really awesome. So while I'm on the topic of people that have responded to the Sweet Victory performance, I have another tweet that I want to talk about really quickly that comes from someone who animates stuff at Nickelodeon. So let's take a look at the tweet right now. This person is named Nico Colladio, and this is what his tweets are. He has quite a few tweets, so I'm just gonna try to read them as fast as I can. Okay, take it from someone who worked very briefly on that short SpongeBob clip at the halftime show only a handful of days ago. To everyone online saying F Maroon 5 or F Nickelodeon, they don't care, quit it, because that couldn't be further from the truth. All of us at Nick were in the mindset that new Squidward/SB animation was gonna introduce the band and they were gonna go into Sweet Victory, but ultimately it was the NFL's decision, and the end result was them meeting us halfway on the idea all the fans came up with online. Also, in the short clip itself, the animation is different because this was literally done a week ago with only a few days to create it, which in a big studio with everyone trying to do their scheduled jobs on top of creating this clip, is kind of a miracle any clip was made at all. Everyone at Nickelodeon of course loves Steven Hillenburg and wants to honor him as much as they can. Sadly, it didn't really come across with this particular event, but there's always more chances to honor him this year. So I really like that last sentence in particular because it means that Nickelodeon is looking for ways to honor Steven Hillenburg, and there might be some things that we're gonna see coming up in the future. So that's really awesome and really exciting, and I'm really looking forward to hearing that. But this also confirms my previous video that Nickelodeon and Maroon 5 had absolutely nothing to do with the lack of Sweet Victory at the Super Bowl. This is all due to NFL. This is all the NFL's decision. So yeah, I actually was pretty on point with my analysis. I'm really happy to hear that. I mean, I'm not happy to hear that NFL really are jackasses, but hey, at least I was right, and I love being right. But okay, that's pretty much everything I wanted to talk about. I think that now is the time where this news is gonna start dying down and people are just gonna get over it. I mean, there's really no use in being upset about it anymore. What happened, happened. It's very obvious to me that a lot of people really love Steven Hillenburg and felt like it was necessary for him to be honored. So just knowing that there was so much support behind the performance is enough for me to kind of realize that, hey, SpongeBob had a really big impact, and if they actually listened to what the people wanted, then we would have been able to see something really great at the Super Bowl. But we aren't going to, and that's okay, because obviously a lot of people think that Steven Hillenburg is someone that's really, really special, and that's enough for me at this moment. But let me know in the comment section below what you think about what I've shown here in this video. Do you like what David had to say, and do you like his new versions of the songs? And do you like what Nico had to say, or is there some things you had an issue with? Let me know in the comment section below. Please give this video a thumbs up if you like it, subscribe to my channel if you like videos like these, want to see more in the future, follow me on Twitter at RidersDX, or join my Discord server, the Spongy Garden. And this is Riders, riding out.